On September 9th, 2011, Army Specialist Christopher Horton gave his life in Afghanistan. He was just 26 years old.
An American hero, and as we honor his legacy this Memorial Day, his wife is here with a special message about what honoring the fallen means for the strategy in Afghanistan.
Gold Star wife Jane Horton will actually be sitting in the president's box with the First family at Arlington today, and she joins us now. Thank you so much, first of all, for joining us, and our heart goes out to you, your family, and all of the other Gold Star families.
Yeah. Thank you very much for having me today.
Can you share with us first the story about your husband, what happened in Afghanistan?
Absolutely. My husband was an Army sniper, one of the proudest Americans I've ever met, that wanted to serve his country during wartime. He deployed to Afghanistan in 2011, and he was shot to death 3 months into his first deployment.
Well, we certainly are sad to hear that, and we thank him and you for his service, absolutely. You kind of want to talk today about what you're dubbing the forgotten war, and that is that we have been in Afghanistan now since just after 9/11. I mean, it's coming up on, it's been 16 years now. Tell us why you feel that way and what you think we need to do back here at home to get people to remember that there are men and women like your husband that are fighting very important wars that maybe people aren't paying attention to.
No, absolutely, sir. You know, one of the big things that's been on my heart lately is we as an America and we as a Fox News audience honor our fallen and honor our service members so well. But as a whole in America, we've been so disconnected from the wars and the strategies. And in Afghanistan particularly, we're coming up on one of the most critical junctions in the war's entire history. So it's a very important juncture right now, and as we have service members that have volunteered to fight and die for us, it's important to pay attention to what we're signing over the blank checks to their lives and what wars they're fighting and what the strategy is. We owe them and we owe the service members on the ground a real clear strategy to win.
And on this Memorial Day, I liked what you had to say about, you know, the heavy hearts should not just be with the family members and the military. Everyone should really be remembering the reason for this day.
Absolutely. No, 100%. I have actually traveled to Afghanistan twice myself to see for myself what is going on over there and see the progress that has been made. You know, we hear a lot of the negative situation, the security situation on the ground is challenging, but they have more women in Parliament than we have in Congress. They have 400 female judges. You know, last year alone, 1 million kids entered school, 40% of them girls. There's a lot of good things happening, but it shouldn't just be me and other Gold Star families up at night wondering, was it worth it? Does that mean I don't think it was worth it? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying we shouldn't be the only ones contemplating this. And
you also had another message which I thought was very important, and that there are unpopular wars in the United States. Vietnam was an unpopular war. Iraq was an unpopular war. But the soldiers that go over there and fight, they don't get to pick and choose their battles. They're there to defend the country. They're there to protect us, and they go where they are told to go.
Absolutely, sir. You know, as I mentioned, I just got back from Afghanistan in March, and I talked to the service members on the ground, and it was one of the hardest things of my entire life to hear from many of them. You know, don't forget about us. We feel forgotten about. We're not even part of the conversation anymore. So just please, as the American people, you know, honoring the fallen goes hand in hand with paying attention to the battles and the campaigns that they've given their lives in, and that so many have served in.
That is so sad. Yeah. We should never let our military members feel that they are abandoned.
Absolutely. Yeah. Jane, thank you so much for coming on today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Of course. Okay. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
And for her husband's service.
Absolutely.